What if I told you that one simple act of kindness could change your entire life? That a man with nothing to offer but his courage and heart would rescue someone who had everything yet was lonelier than she had ever admitted? This is the story of a single father who jumped in to save a stranger choking in a cafe, not knowing she was a billionaire, not knowing she would fall for him. Stay with me until the end, because the way this story unfolds will restore your faith in love, kindness, and second chances. Daniel was just an ordinary man. A single dad raising his little girl, Emily, after life had taken away his wife far too soon. His world revolved around his daughter, her school lunches, bedtime stories, and the endless juggling act of working two jobs just to keep food on the table. Money was always tight, but Daniel never complained. He only wanted Emily to grow up knowing she was loved. That day, Daniel stopped by a small cafe with Emily after picking her up from school. They shared their little ritual, a muffin split in half, one hot chocolate with 2 straws. Emily loved those simple moments, and Daniel treasured them more than words, but as he sat there, something unusual caught his attention. At a nearby table, a woman dressed in an elegant but understated coat suddenly froze. Her hands flew to her throat, her face turning red. She was choking. No one else moved. Some people gasped, others just stared, but no one knew what to do. Without hesitation, Daniel jumped to his feet, rushed over, and performed the Heimlich maneuver. It was messy, desperate, but in seconds, the lodged piece of food flew out. The woman collapsed back in her chair, gasping for breath. Emily clapped, innocent and unaware of the gravity. "Daddy, you saved her." The cafe erupted into murmurs and relief. The woman looked up, eyes glistening with tears, not just from the choking, but something deeper. She whispered, "Thank you, you saved my life." Daniel simply smiled, brushing it off. Anyone would have done it. He didn't know yet that she was Isabella Hartley, the billionaire heiress and CEO of one of the most powerful companies in the city. To him, she was just a woman who needed help. And maybe that was the first time in years she felt seen as just a person, not a fortune. As Isabella left, she couldn't stop glancing back at Daniel and Emily. Something about them tugged at her heart, and she knew she couldn't just walk away. The next morning, Daniel thought nothing of it. Life returned to its normal chaos, packing Emily's lunch, fixing the leaky faucet, running late to work. He had no idea that his life was about to change forever. At his construction job that afternoon, a sleek black car pulled up. Out stepped Isabella. The workers stared, jaws dropping, whispering her name. But she wasn't there for business. She was there for him. Daniel wiped the dust from his hands, confused. Can I help you?" Isabella smiled softly. "Actually, I was hoping I could help you. You saved my life yesterday. And I don't forget things like that." Daniel shook his head. "You don't owe me anything. I just did what anyone should have done." But Isabella wasn't convinced. Over the next weeks, she found excuses to see him and Emily, sometimes bringing books for Emily, sometimes sharing coffee with Daniel after work. Slowly, walls began to crumble. Daniel realized Isabella wasn't the cold, untouchable billionaire the world painted her as. She was warm, lonely, and starved for genuine connection, but the world didn't make it easy. Daniel's friends mocked him, "She's way out of your league." The media dug into his past, painting him as an opportunist. And Isabella's business partners warned her that being with a man like him could ruin her reputation. It hurt Daniel deeply. One night, he sat alone, staring at Emily sleeping, wondering if he should walk away before she got hurt too. He thought love wasn't meant for people like him. But then Isabella showed up at his doorstep, rain soaking her coat, her eyes fierce. "I don't care what anyone says," she whispered. "You saved my life once. But truth is, you keep saving it every day, with your honesty, your love for your daughter, your kindness. I don't need a man with money, Daniel. I need a man with a heart. And that's you." For the first time since his wife's passing, Daniel felt hope again. Emily hugged Isabella's leg, giggling, "Does this mean I get a new mom?" Isabella laughed through tears. "If that's okay with your daddy." And in that small living room, with rain tapping against the window, a single dad and a billionaire found something money could never buy: a family built on love, trust, and the courage to believe in second chances. Sometimes, life changes in an instant. Sometimes, the simplest act of kindness can lead to the greatest gift of all. Daniel didn't just save a stranger that day, he saved himself, too. And Isabella? She discovered that love isn't found in wealth, but in the hearts willing to risk everything for each other. So remember this: never underestimate the power of kindness. You never know when one small act could change your life forever.